Can Hoka finally call Hoka Ceilo X1 2.0 a race day super shoes? Let's find out. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kel, one of the Malaysia running YouTuber. Today I'm going to review my first super shoes from Hoka. This is Hoka Ceilo X1 2.0. The name a bit confusing. This is the second version of the Ceilo X1, the original version of the Ceilo, the super shoes. And this is the version 2. Rather, they changed the name from X1 to X2. They put in the 2.0 on the back. And this is basically is a whole redesign from the version 1. So I just call it as a version 1 and this is the version 2. So basically it's totally redesigned from the top all the way to the bottom. And this is quite a interesting super shoe by Hoka. Before I start, full disclosure, this pair of shoes is purchased by my own money. And this shoes is selling 1,299 ringgit. Luckily, I use my friend Hoka Ambassador voucher, the code, and I get some discount on the shoes. So I get this pair of shoes around 1,065 ringgit, around that. So why not? Since I got some discount on the shoes, so I give the shoes some try. So all the opinion and all the review in this video is my own opinion. So let's start with some numbers of the shoes. So for my size, I'm using US 11. I go half size up for the shoes. For the weight at 239 grams. Definitely lighter than the previous version. The previous version is quite heavy. I didn't have the first version, but a lot of people say that the shoes lighter around 50 to 50 plus grams from the first version. Even though the shoes look so big, so huge, for my size US 11 and half, the shoes just weigh at 239 grams. For the stack height on the heel is 39 millimeter. Forefoot is 32 millimeter. Make the shoes 7 millimeter. That is a carbon fiber plate with the winglets on the shoes on both sides. And see the winglet of the carbon fiber. Basically, there's a lot of cutout on the shoes for weight saving, I guess. And you can see there's a 3 cutout on the bottom, so there's a carbon fiber plate exposed on the bottom. For upper, using the engineering Jaquar mesh upper, the plastic size of the upper, and I quite like this upper. It reminds me of the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent. For form, using the dual layer of the P-bar material. P-bar material, as we know, all the super shoes is using the P-bar material. Lightweight, bouncy, and soft. So you have the 2 layer of the P-bar material to sandwich together a carbon fiber plate. And the shoes has a very nice rocker geometry from the heel all the way to the front. For the arch, it has a very little bump, medium arch oversight. So for my feet, when I fit in, it fits really nice. And the shoes is has a very narrow taper down and this side. Previously the cutout is on the other side, now it's on inside. For fitting, at least go half size up. For my size is US 11, that's my normal fitting, the 29 cm, and I found it's a bit tight on the toe box. It's not much room because this Jaquar engineering mesh upper is not really that stretchable. So it's not like the old one, the knit upper, there's some stretchable, there's some room. But for the engineering Jaquar upper, is not really that stretchable. So I go half size up because I found that this area is very tight for me. So I go half size up. For my normal, that is go to 29.5 cm. And the shoes fit like a very snug fit, like the racing fit. So recommend go at least half size up than normal. Let's have an overview of the shoes. So the upper is the engineering Jaquar mesh upper. For toes, here there's a collar, there's a structured collar in the front over here, and the Jaguar mesh upper all the way to at least almost like 80% of the shoes until the back. It is very tiny ventilated and it's not absorbing water on my run. It's not really the absorbing water, just only the tongue, because the tongue is a neat tongue, so that's the place that absorbs some water. It's very tiny, thin type of knit tongue. Is not that much water absorbed, but still absorbs some of the water. So it gives me a very light touch for my feet when I secure the lace. The lace is a bit long, but it's okay just in case you need the runner knot, so you get the extra lace. So for me, the shoes fit very snug, so I doesn't need the extra runner knot, so I have to put into the lace in front, otherwise the lace will be flying around during my run. Moving backwards, there's some padding around the heel collar. As all the Hoka shoes on the back over here, there's a what we call the pull tab on there. They have a pull tab on the back, so can easily fit to the shoes. So some heels there and some heel structure collar over here. Not much, but the structure, there's some structure to hold the shoes intact. And the Hoka Ceilo X1 2.0 on the back of the shoes. Regarding this colorway, so far when I purchased, they only has this blue colorway, and the colorway for the Hoka is always like that. It has all the color over here, some what we call yellow bottom, light blue on the top with some white transparent, can see through, basically can see through what's inside. You can basically see my finger. The upper is see-through and ventilated, so you can see my tongue. So make sure it has a very nice pair of socks, otherwise you can see your broken socks from here. And some red color on the back. Hoka always, colorway on the Hoka always like just might magically throw all the color on it. So this is the color and the upper of the shoes. On the midsole, they're using the dual P-Bax material, 2-layer of the P-Bax material. And you can see the metallic blue. I'm not sure if the can show it on the screen. Try to move around. There's a metallic blue on the foam itself. The top layer is the metallic blue. If you are like something shining, most probably this colorway is your type, and the red on the back. So the foam is very huge stack of foam, but there's a lot of cut out on the foam. So if you see on here, that you can see there's a lot of cut out, and the foam is actually very soft. You can see I can easily bend it. You see from here. Actually, this is the cut out of the foam. Basically, this side and this side both are separated of the foam, and this cutout will come towards here. Basically, if you pour water here, the water will flow out from this side. So the shoes has a lot of foam cutout for weight saving, I guess. And there's one huge cutout over here and the front over here. So there's a lot of cutout. For me, when I'm running, especially this cutout, before I brought by the shoes and I tested in the shop, I a bit skeptical over here. I'm not sure, will I flatten the foam, because the foam actually is very soft. Will I flatten it and start riding on the carbon plate? But on my first run out from the box, 25 kilometers, so far no issue, but I will test it more and see how. Moving to the outsole, using the sticky rubber. I'm not sure what kind of rubber they're using. I think it's their own made kind of rubber, but one thing I'm sure about this rubber is very grippy. You see the bottom, why so dark just after one run, same as the other side. Why so dark? Because on the run, my first run using this pair of shoes, a night before is a rainy night, so it's rain, the road is wet, the mud, the sand, everything is wet. So when I'm using these shoes, I just go across all these kind of sandy and muddy place, see how's the shoe grip, and surprisingly the shoes grip really nice. So the rubber stand from front all the way at least to the middle of the shoes, that most of the runner land on the forefoot and the toe, there's a lot of rubber. Same at the heel here, there's another 2 rubber for the heel runners. Let's go to the user experience. After I purchased the shoes, I straight out from the box, go for a long run. But before that, in a home, I did wear the shoes walking around, see how the shoes feel like. And I found that something. The shoes is really unstable when I'm walking in the home. But once I bring the shoes out for running, the shoes become another pair of running shoes. So we talk about the running part first. So the shoes, when going at a slower pace, that my first run, the one and only run before this review is a 22-kilometer marathon pace. So I'm running at around 4:30, that's my marathon pace. And the shoes really want to go faster. Even every single step when I land on it, the shoes really bounce me off, especially as a mid-foot runner. When I land at this area, the shoes really can feel the popness. When I land, I feel the shoes really pop me to my next step. Every single step when I land, it pop me. It reminds me one of the shoes that I like the most. That is the Nike Alpha Fly version 1. The pop and the sensation of the shoes. Same as the not stability. Both shoes has a similar characteristic for me. So the popping is very nice sensation and the upper is very ventilated. Now we move to the walking. That is when I try it at home and same as a slower pace on my run. The shoes really uncomfortable and unstable when I walking using this pair of shoes. The shoes feel a bit weird when I walking on it because of the rocker geometry and the huge cutout on the back. And the same as the form over here. When I walk with the shoes walking, because when walking we always land on the heel. When I go here, the shoes seems like not sure one like a boot rocking. Should I go forward or going backwards? Especially same as when I standing still. The shoes seems like a ship going forward or backwards. I'm not sure which area the shoes want to go. I think because of the huge color over here, so there's the form intend to split when I standing on it. I'm not sure about that. Need to test more on it. But one thing when I go at a slower pace or walking or standing, the shoes really feel weird on it. But once I run using it, the faster the go, the better the shoes become. What I like about the Ceilo X1 2.0. First is the lightness. 239 grams for this pair of shoes. Definitely is a light shoes with such amount of foam, carbon plated, everything. This is considered a pair of lightweight super shoes. That lead me to the second line. The second line is the response, the form itself. Really bouncy and soft. The faster that I run, the better the shoes. The shoes keep on to go faster and keep bounce me forward for each of the single step. The third is the stability of the shoes. The shoes really stable when I landing on the forefoot. When I try to take some corner using this pair of shoes, the shoes really land at it. It's really grippy. Then I can just easily turn using the shoes. The shoes seems like once I land, it's not slipping. Just very stable, stay at there and pushing me forward for my next step to complete the corner. And this leads to my something that I'm not really like about the shoes. That is same as the stability when I going at the slower pace, walking or standing. Because of the rocker geometry, the soft of the form, and the huge cow, I guess, the shoes is not really stable. Considered one of the most unstable shoes that I ever test. In the same time, it's really stable when I picking up the speed on running. Who these shoes for? If you're looking for a shoes that high cushion, a lot of bounce and response and feel like the version of the Alpha Fly, you should think about this pair of shoes because I'm a huge lover of the Alpha Fly version 1 and I try it and run on it. I really get back the memory of the version 1 and it's really a fun shoes to run on it. Who should not get this pair of running shoes? If you are a heel striker land on the heel, most probably this pair of shoes is not really suitable on it. I did try land on here, the shoes really unstable, even there's a rocker geometry. But once I land on here, the shoes compress it and moving forward, it lost a lot of momentum. What's my final verdict on this Hoka Ceilo X1 2.0? What I can say is, finally is a lightweight super shoes that a lot of people will like it because of the response, the bounce, the rolling sensation, the rocker geometry, and it's a really fast pair of super shoes. And definitely I will try more on this pair of shoes in all my long run. Definitely is a speed workout on this pair of shoes because the shoes wanted to go fast, not really want to go slow, it just want to go fast. Definitely on my fast run, I will bring these shoes. So see you guys on the next video. Bye.